You are watching a master at work.
Alright, so today we're going to clean this nasty factory 5.3 oil pan just to clean it up, and this truck pulley, just when I put the engine together I have something to cover it, so we're going to use a solvent tank. Alright, so obviously it's not like every part of thing is clean, but it definitely is way better than it was before, so looks a lot better. Like I said, it's just for mock-up, and if someone wants to put it on their truck or something, it'll work. It's not dirty, just is varnished. Cleaned all the stuff out with solvent and then simple green, and then a little bit of a wash with the hose. I'm going to pressure wash this too also, just to get a little bit more grime out if I can. So yeah, so nothing's loose. I got the block out. I'm going to clean this deck surface. One of these 3M Rolock discs. Like $8. They do really good of not damaging the surface. Yeah. Also, I got the heads over there. They're clean, everything. I got parts. I got a whole box of parts. Texas Speed goodies, the trending upgrade, PAC 1218 valve springs, chromoly push rods, ARP rod bolts, ARP main head bolts, gaskets, seals, bearings, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do now is use the Rolock disc and kind of clean this surface up, and then I'm going to move on to doing one head with the valve springs. So alright, so as you can see, the block deck is done with the Rolock disc. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I'll just clean it with a lint-free cloth, like a microfiber towel or something, and then use brake clean. If you can see, looks pretty good. I mean, you can see, like, obviously metal swirly marks, but that's not a big deal. It's better RA surface finish rather than use gaskets. So the other side is also the same. And there you go. Alright guys, so like I said in a previous video, you want to make sure you spray some kind of lubricant like WD-40 or Deep Creep or something in the bores and just metal surfaces. Since I clean this deck surface and I'm not going to put it together for a little while because I got to wait on other parts, I sprayed some Deep Creep on there and then kind of wiped it around and wiped the bores on both sides so it's lubricated, so surface rust won't form. So now I think, oh, I also took compressed air and blew out all of the galleys and the holes and the oiling and the bolt holes and the threads and sensor locations and all that stuff with compressed air, just to make sure that it doesn't have any dust or anything in it. So I sprayed that all out, and now I'm going to put the bag on it and then move to doing one of the heads with the new TSP PAC kit. Also, trash break. Make sure you take the trash out so your wife doesn't get upset at you. Alright, so what I got is, like I said, I got that Texas Speed Performance kit. and then the ARP stuff. So this is the PAC 660 spring kit from Texas Speed. Got it from my friend over at After Hours Auto Sports. His name's Justin. So if you want to go over to their Instagram and their Facebook and like them, they're building a Pro 2 Formula Drift car. Josh Love is the guy that's driving it. He got his pro license last year, or Pro 2 license. And Justin's a really good fabricator and all around good dude. So is Josh. They're both cool. They're both good dudes. They, you know, give you the shirt off their back. But if you want to order this stuff, go to him. So this is the PAC 660 kit, the double spring, the beehive springs, the dual springs, the titanium retainer, and the CNC'd BuiLd, I think it is, keeper, or the seat with the integrated valve springs, or the integrated valve stem seals. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on one head. So we're going to go over here. Alright, so after you figure out which cylinder head is what and what direction it is in your valves, make sure you notate that, because it's kind of a pain having to go back and watch your videos, but that's why you take pictures and record. Alright, so we're going to put these valve springs on. So what I'm actually going to do here is do the seats first, probably. As you can see, the nice valve spring. These are the bottom seats, and these are the actual seals. Yeah. So we're going to put these on. I'm actually going to use... I'm going to use a socket, honestly. Try a socket. Just alright, we'll do that. Yee, holy. So make sure you don't put stuff all over the place, but it's not ideal to do this on a bench, but I don't have a bench, so we'll make it work. Take your seal, put it on. Pretty straightforward, honestly. I don't think these are different. Integrated front seal for double springs. I don't think these are different, so. They all look the same. Alright, so something you want to do before you put the valve stem seals on is oil them just for fun. Just to make sure everything's good, because you don't want to rip a seal. That would suck. When in doubt, lube it out, basically. You want it to be nice and copacetic. Otherwise, you might rip the seal, or, you know, stuff like that. You don't want it to go on dry. So it will cause problems. Friction is the enemy. So just do that. Some people say to use a 12mm socket and hammer them down. I'm going to try both ways. I'm going to actually try to do the socket and then also the spring, you know. So we can try that. So obviously I did those two with the socket. This one you can actually, you know, do with the spring. I don't think it matters which way this actually goes on. So kind of have these titanium retainers. Alright, so we're gonna continue on this install. Sorry, I was just doing some research here. So we got the spring, basically the seat, like so. Spring, and then seat kind of thing. Spring and then seat. Da 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 da. Just pretty repetitive, honestly. And then I also still have keepers, so I need to go get those, but you understand like how it works. Honestly, you should just be able to push this straight down. So I'm going to actually try that with this socket like I was saying here. I don't like that one though. Let's try this bigger one, because I don't like, I want to actually almost freaking Looks good. Kind of see, shouldn't have to force it too much, but just enough to kind of get it on there equally. I really like doing stuff by hand so you can like feel it, you know. So what I'm going to do is actually take this off. I'm going to put the valve tool in here, a little tool, and then kind of just you know, basically compress this and then put the keepers in like so. Obviously you want to make sure it's square, but and then obviously you want to make sure it's freaking on the right. So, technical difficulty. So what I had to do is I actually had to hold the spring forward when I was putting pressure on it, just because of the fact that it doesn't compress as as much as the stock spring does. This thing's really stiff, so you have to kind of guide the spring up in order to get the valve to come through. So obviously I did that. Alright, so as you can see, I got one head done with the TSP PAC kit, the retainers. These are the 1218 duals. But yeah, not really too difficult, just takes time, you know. I would say about an hour of me just sitting here. The keepers are the ones that are normally the most difficult, just because you got to get them in there, but got all the valves in. The other one I'm going to do with my father-in-law, but I just wanted to make sure that I could, you know, do it with the right tools and stuff. But yeah, just use the spring to seat the valve seal, and you're good. Here's the old springs and keepers, or not keepers, but retainers. I used the factory keepers. Hopefully they're good. Obviously, everything's good to go here. This valley pan gasket and all this stuff. I got main and rod bearings. I just have to dig out the main cap bolts and then clean them up and stuff, and then also clean the crank, you know, just kind of clean up with a lint-free rag. Honestly, I might buy a 6-liter cam too. I just want to, that LM7 cam is like the lowest horsepower cam that they made, I'm pretty sure, other than the 4.8. But honestly, I think the 4.8 has more power, more lift and stuff on the specs. Ooh, I also cleaned some parts. I bead blasted this balancer. Simple greened the valley cover and polished it with a brass wheel. Looks pretty good. Also took the rear main seal out and bead blasted the cover. It freaking looks amazing. Or sorry, this is the front cover. But yeah, I also did that one. The oil pan, the factory LM7 oil pan, I cleaned that up a lot. Also cleaned up, this is the front cover, sorry. Bead blasted that also, so I don't have to buy a cover. Just reuse the factory covers. So yeah, obviously you saw me recondition the pistons. Oh, also I reconditioned the windage tray. I probably am not going to use that. But these pistons are good. Just need to buy a ring pack. But yeah, everything else is coming along here. Gaskets and things. Just honestly waiting on parts is what it is. Alright, so that's going to do it for this week. Let me know what you guys think of the Texas Speed stuff. Do you like them? Do you like something else? Honestly, all my friends that are LS use them, and they are, you know, pretty good quality is what it looks like just looking at stuff, and pretty good reliability. So yeah, but thanks for watching. Tell your friends. You know, the old YouTube freaking lingo here. But yeah, got all this stuff done. The next episode is going to be, you know, kind of finishing that and maybe putting the bottom end together, just the main caps and, you know, seals and stuff like that. But you know, like any project is just waiting on money. So, but thanks for going through this whole process with me if you stayed to the end, and I promise it's worth it. It's good information. It just, you know, it's therapeutic. I just like doing this stuff, and I like you guys being able to give your feedback to me on what you think I should do, or what you think of the whole process. This is something I've never done. Never built a bottom end, never done an engine, so yeah, but thank you. See you guys next time.